Hello guys, how are you? I'm here again with another video about Notion, or however you want to call it, and in this video, we will see how we can create widgets. In this case, I have two here, but in this video, we are going to see how we can create many others that you will find can be very interesting. In my case, I have added the weather that makes it rain, because it makes me happy to see the weather that usually makes it rain here as soon as I start. And then I have another one about how much time I have left in the day, the month, the year, the week, and even in my life, assuming I will live for 80 years. Well, this is a bit daunting seeing that I've probably already passed half of my life in the best case scenario. But anyway, beyond this, which might seem a bit strange, for me to have added here, I'm going to tell you how it's done. In my case, there are two tools that we will be able to use, and I have added them with Indify Co, and we can also do it with Option Co. Both links are below the video for anyone who wants to try them out, but let's give them a go and see how they work. I am already here in Indify Co and Option Co, and then up here I have the ones I am already using, and if I scroll down we can see all the ones available. For example, if I want to see the one that I have added myself, I will click on Create Widget in this live progress bar, and we will be able to see the element that I want here. For example, if you don't want the life widget, you can remove it, and then you will see how it would work. Here on the left, it asks you when your birthday is in case you would like to see that information as well. So, well, here you ask yourself if you want to see the percentage, or the whole, with decimals or without decimals, the colors. Once you have this defined, as you can see, it's very easy. We copy this link, and if we go back to Notion and simply paste the URL, it will ask us if we want to embed it. Of these three, we choose the last one and we will be able to see how it generates this one that you have just seen. Just like this one, there are many other interesting ones. If I go back, for example, there's a really cool one, the clock, which you can see I've also generated here, and I really like this clock a lot. You can choose different clock models. As I click here, you can see that it changes, depending on which one you like the most. Well, as I mentioned, I found this very interesting. Here we can change the time zone, the different types of styles, etc. If I copy it and come back here, I can paste it, click on Embed, and it will add it for me. Additionally, I can drag it if I want them side by side. I can drag them to have both in the same place. As I mentioned, let your imagination run wild. You can add a lot of things, and as you can see, there are quite a few of them. Well, there aren't that many, but now in Aptium, we will see that there are. Or, here we can see that there aren't that many. There are 6 free ones, and then they have 2 paid options. They have a free gallery and an option to upgrade it. If I come back to this one that I already have created instead of generating a new one and go back to Notion, I go here, I click to paste embed. Honestly, it couldn't be simpler. I've copied that one again. Let's go here. Let's see if I've done it right this time. Let's undo. Let's remove that and add the one I think I'm pasting incorrectly. Let's go back again to the one I want so you can see here we can add the images we want. We can see the size and we can see how long the scroll duration is. In this case, now yes, I hope I've copied it correctly. I go back to Notion and I'm going to paste it here. I click to embed, and you'll see how it generates a gallery in no time. Additionally, we can make this larger, and it automatically rearranges itself. We can move it around. Well, the truth is that it is really, really interesting. Just as we have Indify, we have Option Co, and here if I go back to the main page where I was already testing, we can see that it has a lot of them. In fact, it has more than Indify. Additionally, it has one that is very interesting, which allows you to generate a widget with any URL, so even if it doesn't come here, we could generate it with this. But to show you how this works, I have loved this one because it even allows us to generate a contact form. In a previous video, which I will link, you saw how to create a website with Notion. So, if you also want to collect data and allow people to give you their email, you can do it this way. You will see that if I create it here instead, it will generate the possibility for people to give us their email address, a form, as was being discussed. Here it is. In this case, I haven't configured it, I've simply taken the demo one. Here we can see all the data that we can change, But what I want is for you to see in general terms how Spotify works. Sorry, Spotify. And this works in a different way, and instead of copying it directly, it's a bit silly, but I have to tell you, instead of copying it, because if I paste it here it doesn't work, what I have to do is first enter embed element. Here it asks me for the URL, I provide all of this and add it. And this is how it works. Here I have Spotify. As I mentioned, there are a lot of elements that we can add. The weather, comments. This could be very interesting. If I click on this, I can allow comments on my page. And as we have discussed, just as it allows us to create a very simple page. In this way, we could even enable people to comment on this page that we are generating. Here you can see how it works, and it has really surprised me. The truth is that there are more and more elements, more and more widgets for Notion. At first, Notion was for creating notes and wikis, but we can see that we can create web pages and a whole bunch of things, taking our productivity to another level. With these widgets, anything that Notion itself doesn't have can be added with all of them, and as you can see, there are loads of elements that we can add. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.